We outside, baby. Yes, my people, your boy is back in full effect. You know what I'm saying? You know already what time it is. It is the end of the week, Sunday. And yeah, man, just want to jump in here and give you an update on how the week has gone. So, overall, I wanted to double my sales from last week. And not gonna lie, we haven't done that at all. We've actually done half the sales we were supposed to do. And we actually made, we obviously made less profit. But it is what it is. Obviously, a few things that changed this week was, one, I changed the conversion tracking, right? So in the beginning, I was having an issue with my conversion tracking where it was tracking my add to carts, my checkouts, my purchases all as a primary conversion. And yes, I was getting a lot of conversions when we had the stock last time. However, we wasn't getting the right data and it wasn't optimizing for just purchases. So it was important that we focus on just purchase conversions so we can optimize that. So Google knows that, okay, this is what we actually want to optimize for, right? For this specific action, then just add to carts and checkouts, even though they're still, they still have intention, but they're not quite purchased, right? So when I changed that, my understanding is that's obviously reset the learning stage, even though before I was talking about how I didn't want the learning stage to stop when we ran out of stock last time, right? And because I didn't touch anything, supposedly I didn't reset the learning stage. However, when you do change something in your campaign setting to like conversions, if it could be what tracking you're doing, or what type of conversion, if it's conversion for maximized clicks or if it's just for conversion value, that is obviously going to change the campaign itself and reset the learning stage. My understanding, if I'm wrong, leave a comment, let me know. So I think me now changing the tracking conversion, it's now had to reset the learning phase, and that's probably why the conversions have been kind of like up and down since. And then most recent, as I did in my other video explained, is that I now increased my Google ads from £20 to £40, and my understanding with that jump, that also will set the learning stage. So it takes about 15 to 30 conversions to kind of like give Google enough data to understand, okay, these are the keywords that convert the best. So they'll carry on trying to convert, those customers, right? So if I'm looking at all of that, then that probably might explain why like the sales have been they've not been great at all. Even since I've increased it's only been one day since I increased the budget for twice the amount. I've actually not sold more. I've kind of sold less actually. So yeah, again, I know Google is very like up and down, but it is what it is. So that we'll just have to give a few days and see how it works, to see if it starts to optimize and then start getting more conversions at the CPA target that I want, so that we're profitable, right? So that's the update with that. I've also obviously set a new Facebook campaign of £50 a day on top, and it was just 5 ads, mainly UGC, kind of like middle funnel, social proof, talking about how great the product is and that. And this will be my second day. I actually got one sale yesterday off the ad, so that's great, and I actually got 5 add to carts, so there is a lot of buying intent with those ads. However, I wasn't profitable that day. And then today I actually didn't check my data yet You know what, let's check it together, right? I might as well show you the data from yesterday. So yesterday I spent £48. I got 5 add to carts, 3 checkouts, and 1 purchase. So there is buying intent. Most of the buying intent went to one of the ads. So I got 2.2 ROAS. So I was profitable on that ad. However, all the other ads I wasn't. I did turn off this ad purely because it had spent over my CPA and the hold rate and hook rate weren't great, and my CTR was 1.48, and it was taking most of the spend out the campaign. So I thought, you know what, let me just turn it off so it can give spend to the others that were doing okay. So that was the first day. So it wasn't profitable, only 1 sell. And then today I haven't seen the data. So today now we had 1 add to cart and yeah, just 1 add to cart, no purchases, so no checkouts at all either. So not great metrics for the so far, but obviously it's only 2 days. I've obviously only spent about £90, £100 so far. So I'll let it run for about a week or 4 to 5 days, and then we'll revisit it and we'll see if the ads are, making money. It's just ads I need to turn off. Do I need to change them? So yeah, so that's pretty much it from the ads. But yeah, it's what I expected, people. The reason why I said in the last video about taking big swings is because, again, I don't want to be playing it safe. Yes, I can just grab the bottom of funnel, high intent buyers on Google. However, like, a lot of money is to be made on Facebook, and I understand also it's a funnel. So I can create attention on Facebook, and when they're ready, it might be after 2-3 times seeing my ad, they can then maybe essentially search me on Google, and then I can get them on Google, right? So it is a funnel. There's obviously different awareness stages. This is why we can use different types of ads to kind of bring them down the funnel. Some of them may need an offer to get them over the line. Maybe some of them needs a bit more explanation. Maybe some of them need social proof. Maybe some of them just needs to understand exactly their problem. There's bare awareness stages. So it's just trying to meet them where they're at. So I know with 5 ads, especially most of their awareness stages is like product aware, problem aware, even solution aware. It's a sophisticated market. So I'm gonna mainly focus on the middle funnel, really. But just gonna have to keep testing different ads, different awareness stages, and kind of see where we can meet these customers, right? It has showed some buying intent on Facebook so far from the first day, as we saw. Today, not. So yeah, let's see in the next few days, are these ads strong enough to convert and take people through that journey and make them essentially buying it. So we're just gonna have to see. Obviously, I want them to work hand in hand, because the thing is, when you have Google and Facebook, it's good in a sense where for the days where maybe you're not hitting your ROAS target or you're not as profitable, if Google is profitable, then it kind of outweighs the loss, right? Like, if you can end the day profitable, then profit is profit. Ideally, you want to obviously be profitable on both platforms. However, again, like they work hand in hand. That's why it's good to have like a blended ROAS or a blended CPA that you can work with. So they both essentially can kind of compensate each other. So I know obviously there's going to be a lot of teething issues in the beginning of my Facebook journey for this new campaign, because Facebook still needs to know my customer. So I'll be naive to think I can spend £100 and expect Facebook to just know straight away who my customer is, and just start converting ASAP. Obviously, it'd be great if we do, but I know like this is part of the game. There's a lot of things that we're gonna have to test and try and reiterate. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Now it's just a matter of just letting the campaign run, put the money behind it, and see what works and see what doesn't work. And yeah, man, eventually The plan is to get a winning ad, and we can start getting this money, baby. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's it, people. Beside that, as you lot know, I joined the community Ecom talent. I'm really enjoying being in it. I've been talking about it to my friends actually, because it's just been nice to be a part of a community that are kind of in the same industry, even if they're not personally building a brand. They're making ads for big brands. They're maybe creative strategists. They're all got the skill sets or building the skill sets that will allow them to grow in this industry, I guess, right? And do whatever they want. If it's to make loads of money for one brand, or even to put it into their own brand, right? So everyone is kind of, even if it's not the same goal, they're all kind of heading the same direction. So it's been really nice just to see people. I need to interact more. I've tried to interact here and there. I know I'm still fresh, so I'll slowly start to get myself more involved. It is part of my my accountability list to do it more. So yeah, just looking forward to carry on interacting with the community, getting my hands dirty, going through the modules. I'm now on the VSL model where I have to make a video sales letter. So I'm not gonna lie, it's not the easiest, especially for me, because I don't have that much editing experience. So having to do like a 3.5 minute VSL has kind of like threw me off, but I'm willing to get my hands dirty. I've already kind of done about 50 seconds of it. I'm gonna kind of do it like in chunks, like 30 seconds, because it takes a few hours just to gather, I guess, content, graphics and stuff that kind of tell that story. I have no idea what I'm doing, but you got to learn, and it's the best way to learn. And I think, again, that's why I'm kind of actually do like this community, because you are pushed to do the work, you know what I mean? Instead of just the theory side of things, instead of just learning something, watching a YouTube video or whatever. It's like, okay, yeah, we've told you this is how this works, now go do it. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of nice, because you got to do it, you know what I mean? So if it takes 5 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, I need to finish this action step, right, to move on. So yeah, I kind of like that aspect, and I know I'm going to learn so much. It might not be perfect, might not be great, but I'm going to learn a lot. I'll get feedback from the coaches, and then I'll keep doing it, keep trying, and eventually, I'll start to perfect it, right? So that's where I'm at with the module. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Looking forward to next week, just to lock in, to carry on focusing on trying to get Facebook right, interacting in the community, perfecting my editing and my ads, because it works hand in hand, innit? Like, the community is going to help me to create ads and get my skills up to standard, and then I can implement all those skills onto my brand, right? So it's actually a perfect thing. It just works well, and it just makes sense. So it kind of that's just where I'm at right now, guys. So I'll keep it as that. I hope you lot have had a great weekend. Leave a comment and like if you watched to the end. I appreciate you lot, that I've been about as well. And yeah, man, I'll catch you lot in the next one.